And welcome, my name is Dr. Wasabi, and as of this recording, well, at least a few seconds before I made this video, the experimental features have come out for Minecraft Bedrock Edition, at least for the PS5, and I am just elated, ladies and gentlemen, because we have been waiting for this for so long. The Wild update, experimental feature, which has been shown on Java, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like on Bedrock, because a lot of people may not know this actual update has actually gone through, because you don't really see it. You just skip over the page and then you go on to your game. But this actually adds in all of the experimental blocks, the mobs such as the frogs, that rhymed, and of course a new Skulk block. So let's see what we have today. Now, it is all the way down here. We have pearlescent froglight, verdant froglight, and ochre froglight. Now, there's a very distinct name change, I think, because it's a yellow shroomlight, to be honest with you, but it's just been renamed ochre, verdant, pearlescent. So we get out these froglights, and let's see how they actually look in game. So you got yourself a lovely kind of pastel yellow, I can almost say. You've got a very pastel green, almost like a lime, a very faint lime kind of color. And of course, over here you have more of a not pink per se, but a very, very light purple, which is essentially pink, but it just is not overpowering, but it's just that hint of color, which I think gives it such a personality, in my opinion. Now, of course, this goes along with the new blocks and the new mobs. So we have ourselves the Skulk, the Skulk Vein, the Skulk Catalyst, the Skulk Shrieker, and the Skulk Sensor. Now, a lot of you may already know about these blocks, but essentially the Skulk Sensor senses your movement. So as I'm walking along, it detects my movement, like so. Now, the Skulk Shrieker I found to be incredibly fascinating, in that if it's nearby a Skulk Sensor, see what happens. Now what it's doing is giving me an effect of darkness, which I think is going to be very interesting when the this feature is actually added in full to the new Caves and Cliffs Part 2. Now, of course, we have different blocks from that. We have our usual Skulk, which is a very, very squishy sounding block. If I place it like this, very, very squishy. It almost sounds wet when you're placing it down, which is so disgusting. But of course, we have the Skulk Catalyst, which is a slightly more hardened sounding version, which I just love this this floor texture. It is such I don't know what the word is, but it reminds me of stars in the sky, essentially, in a weird way. There's that kind of bioluminescence to it, which I think will be really good in builds, in my opinion, rather than redstone. Of course, you do have that redstone aspect, but there's a whole host of ideas that are coming out of my brain right now, looking at this texture. And of course, we have the Skulk Vein, which is very interesting because it's almost like a vine, but you can place it 2 times on the same block to make something like this. Now, this may be part of the experimental feature, but we'll just have to see, I guess. So that is the Skulk. Now, of course, we need to look at the mobs, don't we? So let's go over to the mob eggs. Where is it? Aha, there we go. So we got ourselves the frog. It is this one. It's like an orangey, sandy kind of color, which I think is quite interesting. So we get this out, and we get out the frog eggs. Now this is something I've been looking forward to. Now I'm going to place these down. I'm going to just wait, and the reason why I'm going to wait is because of what's going to happen to these egg clusters, if you will. Because if we wait just long enough and just be patient, then they will, in time, any second now, they will Well, of course, I'm being strapping for time, folks. But essentially, what will happen is they will explode, and from that explosion, will be loads of. Oh, there we go, loads of tadpoles spawning in. So that was about 15 seconds, 15 to 30 seconds. They will explode into these tadpoles, which will obviously find the nearest water source. Now, these are like squids. They will die if they are out of water, but we can just see them down here all swimming around, all nice and jazzy, just swimming around, having a good time. Now, eventually, from what I understand, these will turn into just regular frogs, like so. Now, look at these. Aren't these amazing? Now, I was testing this out in a... Oh, look at it move. It's such a fluid animation. That is just adorable. So, as I was saying, when I was testing this out in a Super Fight World, they jump. Their ability to jump is extraordinary. Because I put them in a little barrier block cage. I left the top open. It was about 6 or 7 blocks, and they were able to jump over it. So, do not underestimate these froggles. They are... they are capable of great jumps, which I guess is kind of in the name of the frog, but you wouldn't realize until you actually saw it. So this is obviously the frog. Now, one thing I have heard is that it does spawn different skins in different biomes. So let's see over here. We got ourselves a mountain. We are actually in the Walled City 2.0 world, where we have the updated terrain. Let's just see how this looks. Now, this is very fascinating. It's changed color to green. Now, I don't know why it's changed to green. It might just be the biome it's in, but perhaps if we go a bit deeper into the snowland, we may be able to see something like so. Let's place one down here. Will it spawn in? No. So, not much happening at the moment. Of course, this is still in experimental phases, so it's kind of up to the developers if they want to add everything in. But I just think it's such a cool feature. Well, there's frogs in general, and they do definitely change skin tones. We've seen this. They're green now, but they were like a sandy texture over in the plains. If we can fly over there, see, they're a different color. It's almost like a caramel kind of color. Oh, don't eat them. That will probably not be advised. But there you have it, folks. The essential new experimental update that's just come out to Minecraft Bedrock. I gotta be honest, I'm pretty pleased with this. It's not too much. They're not giving the players like a huge bucket load of items, but this is something like a little sneak peek to what's to come, and I think that's just fantastic. So, my name has been Dr. Wasabi. This has been a quick update on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. If you do like what I do, please like this video and subscribe. It means so much to me, because of course it spreads my channel amongst the algorithm and spreads my content to you fantastic, amazing people. I want to say good night to you, and of course, as always, God bless.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.